Imagine suing someone to protect your reputation and accidentally exposing the very thing that could destroy it forever.
Coffeezilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologize. Step 2, we want to offer a rewards program for players who are disappointed in the status of the game.
Yeah, that's where we are right now, because Logan Paul didn't just walk into legal battle, he moonwalked into a PR nightmare, slipped on his own ego, and is now begging the court to turn the lights off.
I'm sorry guys, I apologize.
Because everyone sees what happened, and the wild part, the person he's trying to silence is Coffeezilla, the human lie detector with a YouTube channel.
So essentially you're going to be able to burn your base egg or your base animal for the mint price, which was 0.1 ETH or the equivalent in BNB. I am personally committing 1,000 ETH to this, which is about $1.3 million.
What just dropped from this lawsuit might not only wreck Logan's defamation case, but could also fuel the CryptoZoo class action and attract some very uncomfortable attention from federal investigators, and the harder Logan tries to hide it, the louder it gets.
I'm sorry guys, I apologize for how this has unfolded thus far.
Let's break down why this deposition has him panicking. So, here's the situation. Logan Paul filed a motion asking the court to label his entire deposition as confidential. Not a sentence, not a page, not a redacted line, the entire thing. That's already a massive red flag. In legal terms, that's like saying, trust me bro, just don't read it. Normally, confidentiality exists to protect things like medical details, bank information, or unrelated third parties, but Logan didn't point to any of that. He didn't say, this part is private. He said, all of it is dangerous. And when Coffeezilla's legal team read that, they basically said, that's not how the law works.
And I want people to know that they can trust me and that I'll always take care of the fans and people who support me.
Logan's lawyer argued that Coffeezilla can be trusted with the deposition because he might share it publicly with other lawyers or even with the FBI. And here's the funny part, none of that is illegal. In fact, if discovery reveals possible wrongdoing, sharing it with law enforcement is not just allowed, it can be in the public interest. Coffeezilla's team fires back and says embarrassment is not a legal category, looking bad under oath is not protected information, being evasive, contradicting yourself, or admitting things that support the defense of truth. That's literally the purpose of a deposition. This isn't YouTube where you cut the awkward pause.
And lastly, thank you Coffeezilla. You have catalyzed this, and I am very grateful for your work and your investigation. And I mean that. Thank you, bro.
Then it gets messier. Logan Paul claims Coffeezilla has been sending information to the FBI and to lawyers involved in the CryptoZoo class action lawsuit, and that this is somehow improper, except Logan's own lawyers contacted the FBI first, using discovery materials during the same case. So Logan's position is basically, I can talk to the FBI, but you can't. And yeah, the legal system does not work like influencer beef. Rules apply to everyone. Coffeezilla's lawyer also pointed out something devastating. Parts of the information Logan is mad about were already public court records, meaning anyone could access them, so the narrative that Coffeezilla secretly weaponized confidential material completely falls apart. And here's where things get really uncomfortable for Logan Paul. If discovery from this defamation lawsuit is strong enough to help a separate CryptoZoo class action, then it kind of answers why he wants it buried. At that point, this stops sounding like privacy protection and starts sounding like damage control. Now, let's rewind for a second, because people forget this part. Logan Paul literally apologized publicly. He thanked Coffeezilla. He promised refunds. He committed millions in CryptoZoo to make victims whole. He said people could trust him again. Fast forward months, then more months, then years, and many victims still haven't been paid. That's when this flips from apology tour to courtroom chaos. Coffeezilla didn't sue Logan randomly. He kept asking questions. He kept following up. He kept checking whether promises were real, and instead of fixing the problem, Logan Paul chose to sue the guy holding him accountable. Now, Logan's final excuse for secrecy is that Coffeezilla doesn't need the deposition publicly right now, so sealing it doesn't hurt his defense, but that's backwards. Courts don't hide evidence because one side feels uncomfortable. The burden is on Logan to explain why it should be hidden, and he never does. Legal experts reviewing this basically say the motion doesn't meet the standard, no specific privacy claim, no protected category, no justification, just vibes, and courts do not rule on vibes. The hypocrisy hits peak levels when Coffeezilla's team points out that Logan is publicly discussing the lawsuit on YouTube while simultaneously asking the court for silence. You can litigate in public when it benefits you, then demand secrecy when it doesn't. Watch this video next, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.